Alright guys, it is Monday, and instead of doing an official, I guess, Monday shout-out video today, I wanted to do like a quick Q&A, because I've gotten tons of questions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, social media lately after all these videos that have been going. So today we're going to do a quick Q&A from you to me. I'll answer your questions. Alright, for today's question and answer, I'm going to Instagram, Facebook, everything that's happened over the past few days, and I guess to do somewhat of a shout out, the shout out is to all of you viewers, because lately my views have skyrocketed, and that's thanks to some friends like Deanna Jump and Kim Adsit sharing videos and Osmo sharing videos, but also just because of all of you sharing videos with teacher friends. I've seen tons of people, and I keep looking down because I'm looking at my phone right now. I keep seeing tons of people tagging other teachers in my videos, and that is the point of this channel. This channel was not started to get views, was not started to get numbers and subscribers and all that. It was started to get ideas shared with other teachers and teachers talking. So thank you. Shout out to all of you teachers who are sharing and tagging and liking and viewing and commenting and everything. Thank you guys so much. Let's get into the questions. The first one is in response to a picture I posted. So I posted a picture last week of me and my daughter, and I'll put it up here, where she came to my classroom to be a mystery reader. And I said that she used all her Hawk Bucks to do that. And my friend Debbie Dalton Landrum on Facebook commented and said, "What are Hawk Bucks?" Well, these I carry in my pocket because I pass them out a lot. These are Hawk Bucks. It says, be responsible, be respectful, be ready. Our mascot is the Saratoga Hawk. That's our mascot. Hawk Bucks are used as part of our PBIS system, our positive behavior system, and they're spent at a little store. So we have a store down the hall that's like a giant Chuck E. Cheese counter, and these are like Chuck E. Cheese tickets. So I did a video last year about this that said something like, I paid my students hundreds of dollars. So you can search that video on YouTube, but really it's just their way of earning things for positive behavior, for being responsible, being respectful, being ready. And then they get to spend those on things like slinkies and koosh balls, tickets to go bring a show and tell, tickets to choose a brain break in the morning on Go Noodle, tickets to like be the mystery reader or bring a mystery reader to their class. There's tons of things. Thank you for that question, Debbie. I hope that answered your question. Talk to your school about getting those up. The kids love them. It's a great incentive. Next question. All right, the next question comes from another friend, Debbie Rhodes, I think is how you say it. Debbie posted a question in response to my video. And again, thank you guys. The video I posted about my new centers has been viewed so many thousands of times, so thank you guys so much. But she asked about the papers that I posted, the skeleton page and the pumpkin page. She said, where can I get those cool papers? I am going to be putting those on TPT. However, they were just a quick freebie clip art that I grabbed from the internet and threw on there, and I don't want to post out somebody else's content without permission, so I'm going to redo those, and I'm going to put some different clip art on there that I do have permission to use, or some of my own clip art, and I'll get those on Teachers Pay Teachers soon. You can find my store, Adam Peterson. I think it's Adam Peterson-Teachers Learn 2 on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll get those up there soon. She also asked, how long is my block? Well, my block for stations, I do a quick mini lesson in the morning, and then I do about 45 minutes of reading centers, where they're doing those centers that you asked about, Debbie, that I posted in that last video. So I do about 45 minutes of reading centers, and I'm pulling groups during that time while they're doing their centers. Then we take a recess break, and then after recess we come back for like another 15 minutes. So it ends up being about an hour literacy center block. And then I do about the same for my math centers. It ends up being about 45 minutes actually for math. I'm lucky that I have that time to do that, but really it's just about making time. Don't spend so much time whole group. Spend that time in small groups working in centers, and you really will learn more about your students than you will ever know. I've learned more about my kids working with those small groups in centers than I have all year working in full groups. So it's about 45 minutes to an hour. I hope that answers your questions. And then that Debbie Rhodes asked the same question, were you able to get different color baskets to match? I'm guessing she means to match those cards that match all the cards. I'm sure you could if you bought them somewhere. I bought red and blue just because those are what my kids know as reading and math centers. I do red and blue, red for reading, blue for math. That's why I've done that. I'm sure you can find baskets to match all these cards too as well, and that would look really cool in your classroom. I just did not do that. So thank you for the question. Great idea. I just already had the red and blue to go with my theme in my room. All right, this next question, I love questions like this, and this is, again, why this channel was created. This is my favorite thing when new teachers start asking questions. So this comes from Emily Howard. She says, I'm new to kinder, and I'm struggling with getting my schedule to work. Would love some advice on how you allot for these centers in your day. I too bought this pack and started using it last week, but it doesn't have a suggested time frame, and I love your adapted idea of the can-do activities. So my advice to you, and this is a tough one because you have to do what works in your room. My first advice is model, and get a routine set. If you don't model how these things are supposed to look in your room, it is going to be chaos. If you model it correctly and these kids know exactly what they're supposed to be doing and the have-tos and can-dos at every single time, it's going to go so much smoother. And then routine. If you keep this routine going, you follow that chart, the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. So finding time to allot for those in your day, like I said, I do about 45 minutes to an hour. It doesn't have a suggested time frame. That kind of goes based on your kids. So I've found that my kids they spend 45 minutes to an hour in that one center. But you got to remember, during that time, some are being pulled out for interventions, some are being pulled to my table from their group, and then their activity does not take 45 minutes to an hour, but that's why those can-do activities work so well. So around my room, I've got those centers from Kim and Deanna in stations. So they know that when they're done in the writing center, that doesn't take 45 minutes to an hour. It probably takes 15, 20 minutes. Then they get time to play in the kitchen because the writing center is part of our kitchen. And while they're playing back there, then I'm also pulling them to my table for groups. So it kind of just depends on your classroom. But make sure you have plenty of can-do activities so that when they are done and you're still pulling groups to your table over here or wherever you are, that they're not coming to interrupt you. They always have something that they can do. I hope that answers your question, Emily. Emily, please private message me too if you have any other questions. I love helping out new teachers. I love it that you're watching my channel and watching the videos. Thank you. But Emily, send me a message and I'll chat more with you. I'd love to help you out. I hope that answers your question a little bit. All right, next question isn't really a question, but it's kind of a response to everybody posting about the size of my classroom. My friend Joan, Alejandra, Charlene, everybody posted all these things about awesome ideas and great to have that space. And you're right, I am very, very, very lucky with the space that I have. It's a huge classroom. Luckily, I came into this. I didn't build it. I didn't get to choose it. It's just where I got hired. But I want you to remember that this is possible to do in small rooms. You don't have to have a giant room to set up stations like this. When Kim Adsit was here, she remarked about how big my classroom is. I don't think hers was near this size, and she had centers running like mine when she was teaching still. My wife is in second grade. Her classroom's about half the size of mine, and she found a way to make those centers work around her second grade classroom. So it's all about layout. Like if you really just sit down and plan out what you want, like if you know you have a kitchen center, and it's small, that's okay, but put your writing stuff back there with a writing wall, and then that's a station. If you have a science or sensory bend table, my science and sensory bend table isn't just that. It's a small area of my room, but we do lots of different math and reading games within that. So it's all about finding a way to make your space work for you. Yes, my room is huge. I'm very lucky. I'm grateful for that. But find a way to make it work in your room, and I think you can do it. It's going to take some planning. My room took a lot of planning to get it the way it is, but yes, it is huge, and I'm sorry to all of you, but I'm very lucky. The last question is going to go related to a post that Kim put up. Kim Adsit put a post on the Kindergals. If you go search the Kindergals on Facebook, you'll find her. It's a question regarding a video she put up about my storytelling bracelets. So I use these. I wanted to show you guys because it answers the questions a lot easier. So my friend Allison Tate Monroe, thank you for the question. She commented on a video about this, and it was about our little red hen retelling bracelets. Well, the reason I put that video up, or Kim put that video up, because number one, she was here that day. Number two, it'll work with any story. So we were reading The Little Red Hen, we were making crafts about The Little Red Hen, and The Little Red Hen, because of its repetition and flow, is a very easy story to start this with your kids. But I just use beads that you can get at any store. They're just, I don't know, necklace beads or bracelet beads, whatever they are. And you just buy a bunch of different colors, and then you get pipe cleaners, and then you come up with a way and a system of colors that will work for that story. So for example, I knew I wanted red beads for the little red hen. I wanted white, like for the wheat. I didn't have a tan, so we're just using white. So I did yellow for the duck, orange for the cat. I didn't have brown, so we just used black for the dog. And that's how we started the idea. So the kids and I retold the story together. We said, once upon a time, there was a little red hen, and I know this is hard to see, sorry. A little red hen, so we put that on our bracelet first. The little red hen found some grains of wheat, so we put the wheat on the bracelet. She wanted to plant the wheat, so she asked the cat for help, so we put the cat color on the orange bead. The cat said, not I, so she went and asked the duck. Duck, will you help me plant the seeds? The duck said, not I. And she asked the dog for help. And you guys know the story, the dog said, not I. So then I teach the kids to keep that pattern going, so we get another red. So the little red hen had to do it all by herself. And then we keep the pattern going, so we put a white because then she's gonna cut the wheat, and then we put orange, yellow, black because they don't help, and we keep going. And then they can take this home as a bracelet, and it's very easy for them to retell the story. I've also done this with the Very Hungry Caterpillar, and we used green for the caterpillar, and then we used different colors for all the foods that he ate throughout the story. But it's one that you could do with so many things. You could do it for counting stories, like 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, put 5 brown beads on here, and they slide them over as they say the story. It's a very, very easy way to do. So any story you can think of that has some type of pattern that you want the kids to follow, or a story that they need to tell, just get some beads like these. Easy to pick up at any store. Pipe cleaners, and then you get to tell the story any way you like. What's up, dear? Get the chalk. Go ahead. I'll meet you out there, okay? See you soon. My kids just got back from lunch. That was my little friend Sophia. She has a broken arm, so she takes Chalk out to the playground since she can't play. And I've got like 10 more minutes to eat my lunch, and then I gotta go meet them on the playground. So we're gonna stop there. But if you guys have any other questions related to those, I hope I answered all your questions. I screenshotted everything from Facebook and Instagram, and I think I got them all. So thank you again to Allison, to all the people that comment about the size of my room, to Emily Howard for your question, and Debbie Rhodes for your question, and Debbie, who is my other one, Landrum, for your question. So thank you guys for the questions. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate the shares, the likes, the comments, the views more than you will ever know. My channel has just blown up lately, and I'm trying to keep up with everything. That's why I wanted to do a question and answer today, because I felt like I haven't kept up with things the best. So if I haven't answered questions, you guys have sent me things, I promise I'll get back to them. If I haven't and you asked them a while ago, send them to me again. Things have just kind of spiraled out of control lately on the channel, and I love that. I thank you guys for that. But it's gotten crazy. So those are my answers to the questions for today. I'll be back on Wednesday with Wednesday, I don't know, with a special video. I'm taking a little day trip to do something fun, and I'll tell you more about that while I'm there. But that's it for today. Any other questions, feel free to post in the comments below on this one, or send me a private message. Emily Howard, definitely send me a private message, and I'll answer some more questions about you being a new kindergarten teacher. And thank you guys for your questions. I'll talk to you soon. Everybody have a great week. Happy Monday. I'll see you soon.